Welcome to Swing It and Ding It, an iHeartMedia podcast.
I mean, this is a birdie fest.
It's a Philly show, baby.
Let's go.
That's right. Welcome in to Swing It and Ding It, an iHeartMedia podcast. This is Moose along with Danielle Matthews and Harry Mays. We are sponsored by Buy My Balls, Bet Parks, Wear SPF, and Rita's. Talk more about Rita's when it comes to our outing. We might have something special going on with those guys. We're trying to get the actual trying to get the truck there for the event. So we'll see. But we are joined by another great guest. I'll tell you what, Harry Mays usually doesn't, care too much about people, but when Harry saw this guy
At the hot dog stand.
at the turn at Scranton, his eyes lit up, man. He was like, dude, that's Jim Herman. We got to talk to Jim. And Harry doesn't usually get too excited about anybody, but welcome in, Jim Herman. Welcome to Swing It and Ding It.
Thanks for having me. Yeah, that was nice, Harry. You got me. I was trying to get a hot dog and maybe an alcoholic drink, trying to conquer those greens at Scranton, and here we are. So
I think you were making the turn from 4 to 5 to go across the road, right? And we were coming back the other way.
That's a move. That's where I snuck over.
Veteran.
Just made a nice birdie on 4 and then made a nice bogey on 5, which I'm sure many people do.
Tough par 3. Yep.
Well, let's start there. Obviously, we saw you there. What'd you think about Scranton? Had you played the course before?
No, first time.
Wow.
Since I moved up here, 3-4 years ago, a good friend of mine, Nick Sorelli, he's always playing in the NEPA, and he's like, "We got to play. You got to play." Walter Travis. I love golf architecture, golf history. He's like, "You got to see it." So we finally got up there, and it did not disappoint. So, man, there's no way to. Say that they're going to rival, Augusta National or things like that. But goodness gracious, they were something else. Those greens make you think. They make you want to be a little cautious, know where your golf ball is going around the greens, and they had them up. I'm sure a few days prior, before the weather came in, they would have been a little unplayable. But
we were told we would have
playable. Yeah, that was our 5th year, and unfortunately, we always, I think it's probably because Harry's in the area. We always have terrible weather. But the club championship was a week before, and 13 won it. So 13 over.
13 over.
Yeah. Which is wild.
Right.
Yep. And Brandon was so excited. The greens were running, and Aaron had it in such great condition. He's like, "This is amazing." And then we just kept getting hit with rain. So it's typical for the Northeast. You never know what's going to happen.
Right.
But your first time playing in the NEPA Invitational. Thank you for coming out, for supporting the mission and being part of it. What did you think of the event?
Yeah, great job, Brandon. Brandon's a great man, and raise a lot of money, and that's what golf's all about. We someone's helped us along the way. Everyone's had help along the way, and it's always good to give back. And that's what we're doing at the NEPA. So Brandon is a good man, and I was happy to play. Finally was able to get up there.
Appreciate that. Thank you.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, tell us about where you are right now. Kind of. Maybe 2 years out, 2+ years out from maybe a Champions Tour eligibility. What's your status? What are you looking to do? What's your schedule look like for the rest of the year and early next year, Jim?
Sure. Yeah. Be 48 in November, and a good no man's land for professional golf. I've played 3 tour events this year, and it goes about like you would think for a 48-year-old playing against 20-year-olds, 22-year-olds. Played my last event at Wyndham, and got paired with Cameron Young for the first 2 rounds, and got to get humiliated, for a couple rounds. But humiliation is, what we do. We think we're, as professional golfers, you think it's the end of the world when you shoot even par, and someone's shooting 6 or 7 under par. So, once upon a time, a couple years ago, 5 years ago, I guess I was winning that tournament at Wyndham. And, it just, that's what golf does to you. It's, it humbles you. You think you can still, compete and, at the highest level. And it's, there's very few, obviously, some of the all-time greats, Phil Mickelson, obviously winning over 50, winning a major at 50, is
Yeah.
mind-blowing. But there's a reason why, the golfers tail off in their 40s. But I was very proud of myself, having a late start to professional golf, not getting out there, but having a great career, winning 3 times, over the age of 38. It's pretty amazing stuff, more than I ever would imagined. And looking forward to, the last couple of years have been a little rough. Haven't played the best golf, but enjoying the time when I do get out there, get out on tour, playing Corn Ferry when I can. But it's been good being at home. You spend 30, 35 weeks on the road for 10 plus years straight. You like to enjoy your time at home. So I got children, and it's nice being home with them and giving back a little bit. I coach a little high school golf now. My daughter's high school, my second year doing that, and it's nice giving back. Nice seeing 9-hole golf matches, seeing the excitement on kids' faces. Breaking 40. We had my number one player. He shot 35, 1 under par, his first time under par in a match, and it's just wonderful to see. I remember my years playing high school golf, and it's just nice to see.
Well, let's take it back a little bit to that golf journey, and we're hoping it's going to end with you being a Philly golf convert, right where you are now. But it didn't start that way. It started back in Cincinnati. Talk about how you went from, liking the game of golf to turning it into a profession, and then obviously having success, and where it took you through your life.
Yeah, just started at 10 years old. My dad was not, we were not country clubbers. We were playing public golf in Cincinnati. Just get dropped off like everyone else and go play, and just found a love for it. I was playing all the sports, playing baseball, basketball, soccer. And, but by high school, went to a great high school, St. Xavier High School in Cincinnati, and was not exactly the freshman year that I wanted. I missed the golf team freshman year, did not make JV, did not make JV soccer, did not make basketball, did not make baseball. So it was a rough freshman year for a kid that loves every sport, and I still love every sport. I follow everything still to this day. And that was a rough freshman year. So every other sport kind of fell off, and golf, was the main focus that summer. Following my freshman year of high school, got, good motivation, was able to make the JV my sophomore year, make varsity junior year, and then senior year. We had 5 seniors, and we were able to win Division I, the state championship in state of Ohio. And that was pretty exciting. You thought maybe that could lead to some college scholarships. Really did not have many offers. Xavier University right there in town, preferred walk-on. But Cincinnati was going to be the best avenue for me, the University of Cincinnati. As D1, great. We were Conference USA. But, I was able to play, get in, played every event in my 4 years at school. And just the journey was there in college, playing, just the love of the game, getting better, winning. I think I won 5 individual tournaments in college, and by my senior year, it's 2000. I win 3 or 4 of the best amateur events in Cincinnati. It's like, I think I can probably make a run at this, and it's never easy. Any professional golfer knows it's not an easy thing. You got to have the supportive family, friends, sponsors. So it was a leap of faith. Moved to Florida in 2001 and start playing mini tours, and that's just where the professional golf journey began. Golden Bear Tour 4 years, near misses, can't get through Q school. Like, most people, thousands and thousands, 5,000, 6,000 kids, boys, women, are going out for the tours, and it whittles down. You got to make your way, and 25 at the end of the qualifying, make it, and you're not it, you restart. So long journey. Had assistant golf professional status. I was a assistant pro for 4 years after 4 years of being a mini tour player, and it's kept the dream alive. I was still going to Q school, and in the fall of 07, after I was an assistant pro in Florida for 2 years, in New Jersey for 2 years, and then fall of 07, I finally got through second stage of Q school, and got my full status on the Korn Ferry. It was the nationwide tour at the time, now the Korn Ferry Tour, and was able to, just start my professional golf journey then in 2008, and I've been playing professional golf ever since. And it was pretty wonderful.
Yeah, quite the journey.
Sorry for the
no,
long
that's awesome. We love it.
Yeah, we love it. We want to hear it. Our listeners want to hear it, because it's not easy. It's not just a straight path. But after you kind of led us up to that point where you were able to tour, or your status. What wins for you have been most significant or had the most impact on your career?
Well, at the moment, every win you have is the most significant, right? So, but in that journey, there's certain times that there's certain putts, certain tournaments that, take your path one direction or the other. And that second stage at Q School in 2007, obviously was the journey that set my path to professional golf. I was at the Woodlands in Houston, Texas, and just like many second stages before, I was right on the bubble. Excuse me, and just was able to have enough cushion to choke my way in. Unfortunately, I was able to have enough of a cushion to make the final stage by a shot. So that was humongous for me to get status on the tour, on the nationwide tour, and then 3 years later I won on the nationwide tour in Australia, and setting my pathway towards the PGA Tour the following year. So those two events were huge for me.
Well, now, people that don't know the story, you got to tell us how our current president figured into getting you really sort of the boot in the rear end that you needed to get you onto the PGA Tour, and eventually winning on the PGA Tour 3 times.
Yeah, it's funny how just how certain rounds of golf and people you meet inspire you and help you out and motivate you. And I was I thought my path was over for the PGA Tour, after 4 years mini tours and near misses, and like most golfers, we have near misses, and I'd got in the golf business, and then I took an opportunity. My wife and I just got married in 2005. Got a call from Mickey Gallagher, and trying to get a job, asking me to be an assistant professional at Trump National in Bedminster, New Jersey. Gets a lot of fame now. It's obviously the summer White House. He's there quite a bit. So early into my time at Bedminster, maybe April or so, he was coming out, and I played really well. The first time I played with President Trump, and he's all into that first moment you're with him. He never doesn't forget anything, and I played really well, and it was just set the tone for my time at Bedminster. And I was always playing golf with him, and through our second, third, fourth rounds together, throughout that spring and summer, just he kept asking me, why am I not playing? Why am I not trying for the tour? And I'd go through this story, and I missed. And he's like, well, you're still good enough. You got to keep at it. So, he was very, very supportive in that, helping fundraise and helping pay the bills for Q School, and, near miss again in my first year there. And then that second year at the club in 07, I was able to get through, and I owe so much of that to President Trump. And so then I get on the tour on the Corn Ferry. He's, sponsoring me, and that was humongous, huge.
Yeah.
Terrible word to use, but just so much of a shot in the arm. You get have that financial backing. It's very expensive. Playing, missing cuts. It's nice to have a few dollars in the bank to help pay for things and take a little bit of the edge off. But finally, get to the tour, and I remember 2016. I'd been on the tour for 4 or 5 years now, and we were playing golf together in Palm Beach the week before the Houston Open in 2016. And just had a wonderful day with him, and played with Dana Quigley, and the Champions Tour, and Dana was so supportive. He was 100% behind me, and it just takes, we're unfortunately professional golfers. We are mental midgets. We are we're so in the moment, and just getting that positive outlook. And I played so well with him that day. Dana wished me on. And then just started making putts, and that's how wins happen on the PGA Tour. You have to putt well, and confidence. And I always drove the ball very well, but making putts that week in Houston in 2016 was the key. But just that one final drive on 18 at Houston. Just have to believe in yourself and able to, step up and do it. And to this day, President Trump always remembers the Shell Houston Open. He'll go through the whole back nine, the chip in on 16, and having a 2-putt from about 40 feet on the 18th hole. And he's got quite the memory, especially for golf.
What a story. Sounds like we might need to tee it up with President Trump, because we've seen, when I was doing some research, that you've even said he's been kind of a good luck charm with 2 of your wins coming after rounds with President Trump. And I heard he even gave you a little putting grip tweak, like saying, hey, let's switch up your grip here for this.
Sure. Yeah. When I won in 2019, I was injured for a little bit of 2018, kind of lost my status. That was the summer of 2019. My win exemption was over from Shell in 2016, and we're playing at Bedminster, and he's quite the storyteller, as everyone will know. And he tells it better than I do, but we're playing, and he's currently the president of the United States in 2019. And I couldn't hit the ball any better for a round of golf, and I probably shooting 1 or 2 under par. Just won't make anything. He's just commenting. He's like, you're hitting it great, but man, your putting is terrible. And why don't you switch putters? I was like, sir, I've switched putters many times. Like, well, just switch putters. This one is clearly not working. You're hitting the ball so well. Just, you got to switch it up. Use mine here. And he gives me his putter, and I use his the rest of the round. He's like, see, it's working already. And he's like, just take it with you. I was like, sir, President, I will get one made. I was with Bettinardi Golf, and we got a new putter made. I picked one up the following week, and so I go to it was the John Deere, and then I'm going to Barbazon the following week. So I go to John Deere, and I'm on the putting green, and I'm just standing there putting, practicing on a Tuesday, and see the Bettinardi bag right there. And there's this putter. It looks exactly like President Trump's putter. I mean, it's identical, just made by Bettinardi. He was using a Scotty Cameron. And, I just talked to the rep. I was like, I need to grab this. I'm not sure I'm going to use it, but I mean, there's a sign. It's like identical, same back, same line, everything looks identical. So I was like, I grab it. And then of course, I don't use it at the John Deere. Missed the cut by a shot. I think I missed a 6-footer or whatever on the last hole, and dejected. dejected a little bit. Go to drive from there to Lexington, Kentucky, and tee it up for the Barbasol. But in the practice round, I bring it out. It's Tuesday afternoon, playing a late practice round, and I was like, what do I got to lose? So bring it out, start using it on the back nine, putting well, making putts. It's great. So I commit, I make the turn. I put the gamer that I had in the trunk, just 100% committing to this putter. And just a normal looking, it's like a Newport putter that Scotty makes. And Bettinardi calls it BB1. So, it's in the bag, go to the back nine, keep practicing, making putts, go to the practice green Wednesday morning. I'm not in the Pro-Am. You just have a good practice session. Here we go. Start up Thursday morning, or I was Thursday afternoon, and go out, birdie the first hole, make about a nice 4 or 5 footer. It's always nice to make a nice putt on the first hole, but make a nice birdie. Shoot 7 under. All right, here we go. Leader was at 8 under. Go back out Friday morning, another 7 under. So 14 under par through 2 rounds. Not too bad. So President Trump is landing at Bedminster for a weekend getaway, and the head professional Mickey Gallagher, who I'm still really good friends with, is there, and he tells the president that I'm leading, and it's the funniest line ever. And he's like, just so you know, Jim's leading the PGA Tour event this week, and President Trump's like, Jim who? Because my good friend Jim Herman, who I play a lot of golf with, he cannot be leading a PGA Tour event after what I saw last week. So, do we have another Jim that you're speaking of? And so he's like, get him on the phone. So Mickey calls me right away, and President Trump is just ecstatic, and just wishing me the best over the weekend. And
Did he ask about the putter?
I was going to say, did he?
He did. 100% he did. 100%.
Yeah, he had to.
You had to, right?
100%. So he's like, yeah,
That's
I got
amazing.
the putter. He's like, see, I told you. Now just go win it. It's like it's that easy. But
It's that easy. Yeah.
It's an order.
So we go to Saturday, and I shoot 10 under. Just making everything. So it's crazy how just confidence and believing in yourself and having a wand that you believe in.
It was a sign. You saw it on the bag sitting there. That's an awesome story.
So that was it. Yep. So, and then the final part of it, I think on Sunday, whether it's true or not, he tells me that it's true. He kept circling because we were delayed, and he was flying back to the White House, and he said they circled a little bit so he could keep watching the golf until the final putt was holed. So I like to believe it's true, but
why not?
Yeah.
Sure.
Right. Yeah. So Jim, that's a great story. So as someone that was right in the thick of it when a lot of the rumors started about another league, another tour,
sure.
What did you think when the Live Tour actually launched, and what do you think about where the game is now?
Yeah, it was. Obviously there was so much, false information. We didn't know what was going on. All the tour stance was so strong. You had to kind of just be on the inside with it, through agents and things like that. To have the inside knowledge if it was actually going, or if you were actually going to get some kind of invite to it. In the big picture, it was not great for professional golf. Great for the pocketbook for a lot of players, but it changed the fabric of the tour.
Yeah.
Everything's money driven now, to such a degree. It's we don't even know what to do with the FedEx Cup. It's just crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy situation. But I wish it never could have gotten to that. I wish the commissioner and the Saudis and Yasser could have come to some kind of agreement before the Live League would have started, and I think it would have been better in the long run. But
yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah,
we'll see what happens. It was good for a lot of people. I just think the tour's changed a lot in the last couple of years, and lost sight of the competition of golf, and it's more about the exhibition, and I don't know.
Yeah.
Golf is still needs to be 18 holes and over 4 days, and it's more about the competition.
Yeah.
The cut is huge. I mean, I've lived on that cut line forever, and that's just how you grow up. It's a horrible spot to be, but it's part of golf. It's part of it.
Yep. Couldn't agree more. Jim, I like to always close it out by asking guests, what is your favorite Philadelphia area golf course that you've played?
Yeah, Pine Valley is making a big run for the top spot, but I've always loved Marion. I played the 2013 U.S. Open at Marion, and I have a really good friend who's a member, Jay Haas, and he has me out there whenever I would like to get out, and it's my favorite. I play most of my golf at Indian Valley Country Club here in Telford, PA, just northwest of Philly, and I love playing there. We got a great membership, great professional, Thomas Link, and great spot. My son and we play so much golf. He loves golf, and so outside of Marion, Indian Valley's the spot for me.
That is a great spot.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, I got up there for the first time just a few years ago. My buddy's at Old York Road, and they have a reciprocal evidently, and he said, let's go up to Indian Valley, and I'm like, we did, and we had the best time. That place is beautiful.
Yep. Yeah, it's a great spot. Yeah.
Who's winning the Ryder Cup?
Yeah, that was the one. Yeah, that's the last question.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be hard to win on, for the Europeans to win on the U.S. soil. So I would say it'll be very competitive. I think, the odds are going to be pretty even. I think, but I still think our boys. I think our boys are going to do it.
They have to.
Hoping to go on Sunday. I think my son. And a couple others we're going to go over. So
after you showed Cam Young the way, now
that's
right.
Yeah.
I think whether I told it to him or I was thinking it, I think I was playing with him, and I probably told my agent who was with me and Michael Wolf. I think I told him he's playing with me, and he's like, this guy won this tournament 5 years ago. I gotta get moving. So,
motivation comes in many forms,
Exactly.
Now, do you watch much golf when you're not playing? I mean,
yeah. It's hard to, I do. I'm a golf junkie. I love golf. I love sports. It's sport. Exactly. Yeah. You have to love it. So, all these years that I was out there, or trying to get to the tour, I loved watching golf. All these magazines I read, Freddie Couples, Ernie Els, loving Tiger Woods. So when I was in the mix, it was awesome being in the locker rooms, being there, pinching myself. I won that first event at Houston, and then having a players meeting a couple weeks later at Quail Hollow, and Ricky Fowler. We're just sitting there. Ricky Fowler throws me a beer, well done, champ. It's like, that's pretty cool. It was, do it 3 times, play all the majors. But now to have my son, my daughter dabbles with golf a little bit, but she's more into field hockey and softball. But my son's, he loves it. And he's been in the locker rooms, been on the, just qualified for the U.S. Open last year at Pinehurst, and he's out there getting photographs with Bryson and Rory, and I'm trying to do my best to not shoot 80 on the hardest golf course I think I've played.
Tremendous stuff. All right, well, let's see if we can get you in trouble real quick though. Have you converted to an Eagles fan?
Now that's going to be a tough one. So obviously,
Bengals.
Bengals still number one.
Number
Eagles
1B?
are definitely 1B, definitely Eagles.
All right,
We'll take it.
So a couple years ago when the Eagles were in the Super Bowl, in Phoenix. I'm playing here at Indian Valley. I'm getting all the members. You got to put on an Eagles jersey on 16. You got to do it. You got to do it. And one guy gives me a Kelsey jersey. So I went to the University of Cincinnati.
There,
Jason went
right.
to Cincinnati. I was like, all right, well, my Cincinnati fans and family won't totally disown me if I put this jersey on because it's Kelsey jersey. But
Sure.
I was having a bad day on Saturday, and I was playing with Ricky Fowler, and I just couldn't do it. I was like, it was right there in the bag. And I just, sometimes when you're having a struggle, you don't want any more attention than and that's the biggest attention getter hole of all time.
I was there. I saw you that day. I was
Yeah.
there. There in the arena.
It was right there in the bag. I should have just put it on, but the Eagles are fantastic. I mean, what an organization. They're just doing so many great things. I mean, Saquon and Jalen Hurts, and it's great to watch. Easy to watch. And the Phillies, obviously, we love watching the Phillies here. My Reds are hanging in there. They're 2 games out, trying to catch the Mets. That would be really nice. I know all the people here in Philadelphia don't want to play the Mets again.
No, we hate the Mets.
And our producer also hates the Mets, so it's great.
But great stuff, Jim.
There's some other Cincinnati Bearcats in the past. Brent Selleck and Trent
right.
Scholl. Trent Scholl was a great Eagle.
Trent
So a lot of
Cole,
Bearcat Eagle connections.
A lot of Bearcat Eagles. That's right.
So we'll take number 1B.
1B is not too bad.
Yeah.
Well, there was a chance. There was a chance it was Bengals Eagles in the Super Bowl for a couple years straight.
That would have been tough. House divided.
That would have been great. That would have been fantastic.
Well, thanks for doing this, man.
Yeah, we appreciate
the time.
Right.
Thanks.
Thanks
for joining us. Good luck to your family, your son, if he's going to continue doing what he's doing. Hopefully, maybe we'll see you up in Bethpage if we get up there, and hope to run into you again soon. Maybe not at a halfway house, but maybe somewhere else.
There's worse places.
This is true. Hopefully it is there actually.
Yeah,
thanks, Jim.
Spot to run into.
Appreciate your time. All right, let's take a quick break. We'll be right back. All right, welcome back to Swing It and Ding It. Great to chat with Jim Herman.
Very cool.
Just by chance, run into a guy. Next thing you know, he's on the podcast giving us incredible stories.
Yeah.
And it's funny. It's like we see so much of, and if we talk to guys at the NEPA, right, or we talk to guys on this podcast, like to win 3 times on the PGA Tour, like, I mean, that is you're in rarefied air at that point, right? Like that is just incredible. And knowing how many, what they say, 5,000 people are going for it every year, like to get to where these guys are is one thing, but to pick up a trophy in a PGA Tour event with a cut. 4 days of golf is a whole nother ball game, and kudos to him for doing that, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Loved a couple different points that he pointed out, saying like, why he didn't love live, because he respects the cut. He's lived and died on that cut, and the going through Q school, grinding that out. They say it's the hardest interview in the world. Who else has to go through an interview like that with several different stages, with several different cuts? It's a grind, and what these guys do mentally, physically, day in and day out is just crazy. So I love when we have guests that can talk about that and go in depth with their experience.
I went back and looked through his entire career, and he had 3 wins obviously on the PGA Tour. We talked about it. He had 1 on Korn Ferry. He had 23 top 10s and 68 top 25s between the 2 tours.
Some great playing
thus far, and he's still playing. And I guarantee you, he's going to be out there on the PGA Tour Champions.
I was just going to say
he'll have a couple of good years right out of the gate.
When you asked him about it, he kind of sounded like, "Hey, we're just going to chill. I'm going to be a dad and help my son a little bit." But as soon as he crosses that age threshold, I think we got to keep our eye out on him.
Yeah, absolutely. That calendar's circled.
For sure,
no doubt about it.
Yeah, Siri, how many days till my birthday?
Well, a lot of guys in that mix probably had a nice fall event circled for a chance to maybe get their first PGA Tour win at an event like the Procure, and then all of a sudden, Scotty Scheffler decides he's going to warm up for the Ryder Cup.
Yeah. What do you think when you see that he's like in the field, and you know what I mean? It's like
did he really need a warm up? If I'm one of those guys, I'm like, does he really need to be here? The other guys are fine. Does he need to be here?
Yeah, seriously. I mean, it's like that. I've heard before, like people used to say, like, "Oh, Tiger's in the field. I guess we'll try for second place." I mean, definitely when you see Scotty's name now, you're like, all right.
Yeah,
guess this is happening.
gets win number 19, goes 5
Mhm.
under 67. Only Tiger, Jack, and Arnie are the other guys since 1960 to win at least 6 times in consecutive seasons.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it has to be a little bit. And I think it was Lanto Griffin might have said,
Mhm.
like, or one of the guys said, like, yeah, it was great. I wish he wasn't here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Especially Landro, who's won out there before and has had some success out there. He's probably like, just stay home.
Now,
Yeah,
good for
exactly.
him.
Oh,
I mean,
Max. I
he
meant
went
Max,
from
sorry.
he went from 142 to 100, right? So
Mm.
really put himself in position, Lanto,
Right.
to keep things going. So good for him. The other Ryder Cup guys, obviously Ben Griffin gets himself right there. I hate that he
Losing
missed that
contention.
putt, man.
Yeah.
Like, I don't. People are like, yeah, this really is going to get him ready for the Ryder Cup. I'm like, missing a
Yeah.
putt at the end. I wish he didn't do that.
He
Like,
made a
Yeah.
3-putt bogey on 14 as well, and then missed the 6-footer on 18, which could have put him into a playoff.
yeah.
So,
Yeah.
yeah.
JJ Spawn was in 6, Cam
Yep.
Young T9, Sam Burns T13, Russell Henley 19. So some of the
They
guys
all
were up
made
there.
the cut.
Yeah.
JT and Morikawa did not play very well, but they made the weekend. So,
Yeah, the guys that you would like to see get more of the warm up.
Yeah.
yeah,
Maybe they were working on something there,
yeah.
Yeah.
Who knows?
But
I saw this
yeah.
on Twitter. Kyle Porter, that Phil Mickelson tweet that didn't age well at all, saying, "Here's a hot take: does Scotty win in 2025 before the Ryder Cup?" I don't think so.
Yeah,
Well, since that tweet, Scotty has won 15 tournament. Has been in 15 tournaments, 15 top 8 finishes, 6
Yep.
wins, 2 major championships, 196 under par, 45 rounds in the 60s, and a cool 25.2 million in prize money.
Yep.
So
15 straight top 8 finishes. How about that? Yeah.
So yeah,
Incredible.
that's not a Phil tweet, but that's more of a
Olympics.
Scotty tweet.
Right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then you had Jackson Coyven, the amateur, the number 1 amateur in the world, a kid from Auburn who was just coming off that Walker Cup.
Yeah.
And he rolls up to Napa and finishes T4. How about that?
That was cool.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Yeah. It really
Yeah.
was.
A lot of
Really.
talent, man. So
Yeah.
much talent. Yeah.
All right,
Ben,
well,
Ben Griffin, I know he didn't win, but what a year he has had, man.
Unreal, right?
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
I saw he did that thing for the NEPA, where I saw the
Yeah, the video. It's great.
Oh yeah.
That was so cool,
That was
What
awesome.
a year he's had.
Yeah,
Amazing.
and that's what he said. He's like, hey, like you guys watch the video, but he's like, appreciate that everything you've done and the opportunity to win a purse like that. It kept my career going. I won the first NEPA Invitational, and he donated tickets to, I believe it was Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Sunday
For the Ryder
helped
Cup.
for the Ryder Cup.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like, I'm gonna give you some of my tickets, which helped raise some great money for the charity. So yeah, shout out to
Yeah.
Ben Griffin. Just shows you what a class guy he is.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Easy
Great
to root
stuff.
for. Yeah.
No doubt.
Very easy to root for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think he's going to be a crowd favorite too.
Oh, no doubt.
At Bethpage with the
Yeah.
glasses.
The
There's going to be a lot of people with the
Yeah.
aviators on in the crowd. I might have to bust out a pair if I
Yeah.
get up there.
They'll
Yeah.
have
Oh,
their
you have to.
SPF on and the aviators. So
Right.
Oh, yeah. Always.
Good segue, Harry. Maybe we
Ah.
could take that right into the tea. Sponsored by Wear SPF. Look at you.
All right, let's spill some tea. John Daly did some John Daly things this week. He put up a 19. Yes, 1-9 on the par 5 12 at the Sanford International. So 7 balls into penalty areas before finally finding the green. You would think someone was following my round of golf, but somehow he ended up still breaking 90. So new PGA Tour champions record for the highest score ever on a hole. And that's something that I feel like only JD could do and make kind of entertaining for us to talk about it on the pod and share some tea.
Well,
We
again,
can relate, though.
Considering I put up a 10 on a hole over the weekend. We'll get to that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
A 10 on a hole.
A 10. Yeah.
Well, guys, a big Masters update. Augusta National just struck a deal with Amazon Prime Video. So starting next year, the next year's Masters, U.S. coverage on the Masters gets 4 extra hours. So more
Awesome.
azaleas, more Amen Corner, more drama. And yeah, I think it is pretty awesome. But the only thing that I want to point out is golf's TV setup. And does it really make sense? Because I saw that Kyle Porter had a pretty perfect take on this. Imagine like a Dolphins-Bills game on Thursday night where the first quarter's on Prime, the second's on Peacock, the third's on Netflix, and the fourth is on NBC.
Yeah.
Like, because it's kind of what
It already
basically
is
what
that way,
golf
though.
is.
It
That's
already
the-
is that way.
I mean, can't you just watch on the
Well, on
Masters app though?
Thursdays.
The Masters app is so good. It seems
The
to have
Masters
watched-
app
I watched
is
that.
so good. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, but I mean,
best.
there's tournaments on ESPN, Peacock, and NBC all on
On
the
Thursday
same
night
weekend.
football and
yeah,
but
that's the
not
way.
different like hours where you have to switch through. I mean, I guess if we're streaming coverage all day, but great, we get more Masters, but if we could just get it all in one place, which like Moose said, the Masters app, right?
204 days, 10 hours, and 16 minutes until they tee it up.
But who's counting?
Me.
Well, I just saw what was, I don't know, it was yesterday or today, like 100 days till Christmas. And I was like, oh my God, that is wild.
Yeah. It was 100 days to Tiger Woods' birthday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Well, here's a wild one from the U.S. Mid-Am. Paul Mitchell lost a playoff because his caddy took a cart ride. By rule, that's an automatic loss. So the match was over. Now, that makes sense on PGA Tour where your caddies should know this rule book inside and out and, know what they can and cannot do. But I want to ask you guys, in amateur events or some lower level tours where you're basically asking a buddy to loop for you or hiring somebody week to week, should the rules really be the same, or do you think there should be some type of flexibility with this?
I think that rule's stupid.
It's stupid, Harry.
I mean, how about a warning, right?
Yeah,
how about,
yeah,
hey, just so you know, that's if you do that, right? I mean, come on.
Yeah,
It didn't
I
affect the
know.
game of golf. Come on.
There's so many stupid rules.
There is a lot of stupid rules. I remember being on the bag for Brandon one time. I was so nervous, and I remember
I would be
being like,
petrified.
He's like, "Don't put the bag down that hazard area. You can't do this. You can't do
right.
that." And I'm like, "Oh my God, I don't want to do anything."
Yeah, you're paralyzed by fear that you're going to do something wrong.
Paralyzed by fear. Yes, and I was just so nervous. And I think I've told this story so many times, but I was in Savannah one time and it was raining, and I'm like, "This is not an easy job. Like there is so much that you have to do." Think of and make sure you're not doing, and it just sucks for Paul Mitchell losing a playoff because of his
brutal.
caddy taking that. Just
Brutal.
Yes, really brutal. Justin Rose says that Team USA is trying too hard to be best buddies while Europe's bond runs deep. They're built on history and identity. So do you guys think that he's onto something there, or is he just trying to stir the pot, or is it kind of just
I'll tell you what,
lame quote?
That Terrell Hatton tee shot today where one of the guys farted, it made me think that maybe they are tighter than anybody. And
I couldn't bring that up. I had to leave that for you guys.
I saw that this morning,
on
Moose.
Zaire.
I mean, the way he stopped his shot and just lost it. And it's such a short video. Like you want more, like you want to know who did it, but it's so great. Oh my God. When is that never going to stop? It's never going to stop.
It's never
funny.
not funny. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you love to play golf with him? Like a round of golf with Tyrrell.
Oh, especially after that story that we talked about last week with after he found out he was on the Ryder Cup and kind of they're partying and
got all ripped.
Was it like a strawberry margarita?
Drank 6 glasses of wine to start the evening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's wild.
Amaretto.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we can get into some of the other topics because I'm sure they'll trend into the rest of our pod here. But that was a tea brought to you by Wear SPF. And guys, just because the temps are cooling off doesn't mean the sun stops doing damage. Whether you're out on the course, watching football, or just running around town, you still need protection that works. Wear SPF by Justin Thomas is dermatologist tested, sweat resistant, and keeps your skin safe year round. Check them out and order today at wearspf.com. That's wearspf.com.
So if I just read you the headline, it said Charlie Hull birdies 2 out of 3 to win the Queen City Championship, right? Should we just leave it there, or should we talk about the rest there?
Well, I mean, she finally got a win. I mean, she's been trying to knock one down for so long on the LPGA Tour.
She's doing great.
She, if she wins more, like hopefully this opens the floodgates, as they always say, when some guy gets a win. Because the LPGA Tour needs Charlie Hull at the top and winning events every now and then. She would really do a lot, to promote that tour and ratings and everything. She's
but someone else has to say how she actually won. I can't say the words. I think it's going to jinx me even more.
What Tidikin?
Yeah,
she 4-putted on the 18th hole. She's the #1 player in the world, Ataya Tidikin. and it was unbelievable. I mean, from like a foot and a half, goes zip right by the hole. I couldn't believe it. And, Charlie stepped up to her credit and knocked her putt into win, because after you see a great player like that miss a couple of shorter putts, you're like, oh my, that's the last thing you want to see.
Yeah, what's going on
before
you
you have to
that.
go up to, what's up with that hole, But Titikin, that's how you pronounce
Looked
it.
like me and Greeny and the member guest.
Oh, man.
Yikes. But the LPGA and Epson Tour made some big, much-needed changes to their Q school. So Stage 1 used to be on one site with 3 courses and about 300 players. Expensive travel, really tough prep, like especially for East Coast players. So now it's 3 regional sites in Cali, Texas, and Florida on a single course. So less travel, lower cost, and kind of way more fair, in my opinion. So I think it was overdue, and it's kind of good to see some smart changes like this happening on all tours.
And apparently Charlie quit the cigs and the vape.
Oh,
everything.
Dart. She's back off the darts again.
And she won, and she got the win. So maybe it'll stick.
Dub comes
now.
after quitting and drinking, smoking, the Zyn packs, everything.
Yeah, because she had quit and then went back, I'd heard. And so she's back off of it again, and now she's won. So, you're right. She probably has to stick with it.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well,
So,
like Jim was saying, golfers are head cases. So, she'll stay off of it until something
That was great
changes.
to hear him say that, because that's so true.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But since you're talking about other tours, Alex Noren won that BMW PGA over in Europe, in England, and in a playoff. And, Fitzpatrick, Hatton, and Hovland all finished T5. So you have, some of these other guys for the European Ryder Cup, playing some good golf. I know Rory won, the previous week in the Irish Open. He made the cut. He didn't play particularly great, but I know you saw Patrick Reed's name up there too, pretty high up on that leaderboard. And Harry Hall finished T13.
Yeah, and Noren's a vice captain too. He brings the trophy right into the Ryder Cup, party room with those guys too. So they're just like feeling winner. I heard Charlie Sheen's interview today. I just keep thinking winning.
Yeah,
these guys are
vibes going.
Guys are all winning.
Guys. Yeah.
How about the vibes at the Legacy Club in 1912 over the weekend, Harry? I mean, the vibes were high.
Yeah, the vibes were high
at the member guest. How about you?
Well, the vibes were high on Saturday for the first round, and I went out and I actually had the lead through the first 6 holes. I was at the top. I didn't know it yet, but then I went and put it in the left bunker on the par 3 7th, and it took me 2 to get out, and I made 5, and that's what dropped me. And my playing partner, Brian Spiegelmeyer, says, you were in the lead until that last hole. I'm like,
thanks, Brian.
Yes, some information we don't need to know.
But I made 6 pars and a birdie and made a 10 on the 11th hole. I put it in the hazard, and then I put it in a greenside bunker, and it took me 3 to get out. They dumped a ton of sand in all the bunkers, and I can't play them. So I put up a 10, and Spiegs, we get to the next hole, he goes, was it really a 10? I go, it was a 10. Like, he almost wanted to give me an 8 or a 9, and it's like, no, it was a 10.
I'm an honest
man.
But
I still shot 89 with a 10 on that hole. So I played some really, really good golf. I came back and made par on the next hole, and then made made a par on 15 and a par on 17, which is the second hardest handicap hole on the golf course. So I thought I played really well even after that disaster. Then Sunday came, and in the first hole, I had to take an unplayable. I was stymied behind a tree off the tee.
Left or right?
Left. Up near the fence, up near the border of the property. I think it bounced off of that, and it stuck right behind a tree. I had to take an unplayable. And then I had to take one because I put it it bounced off the cart path and went in the hazard on 5. So there's 2 unplayables in the first 5 holes. I was done. I was out of it. And I just knew I had no chance to win it. So tougher day on Sunday. But all in all, I thought, some good things.
Yeah.
Games.
Brian Lydon won it. He might be listening to them.
Okay.
So
Congrats, Brian.
He played great golf.
Good on you. Yeah. Good on you. Yeah. But the big old member guest at Legacy Club, I mean, it was a tremendous event. Me and Greeny go out day 1 on Friday and go 3-0. And honestly, we didn't play particularly well. It's what we kept saying to each other. Like, we didn't play particularly well. We just scored when we had to. We the old ham and egg.
Right.
That it's
Ham
the most.
and egg, yeah.
It's
That's
the most.
important,
You
yeah.
hear that 800 times in a member guest. It
Sure.
almost becomes comical, but it's truly what happened. And we were sinking some putts, and it changes everything for Friday night. Because typically when we play in these things, we're out of it, so we just get hammered on Friday night. So we were like responsible. We were home by like 9:30. We sat by the fireplace, had a cigar and an old fashioned, and just watched the guys that were out of it just get toasted. And came out Saturday. We were at 19.5. The team we played first round Saturday was at 18.5, one behind us. We knew that was the match, right? Whoever wins that match is going to move on. And Greeny and I just couldn't putt. Like we were close. It was really close. And then in the last couple of holes, I think we were down 2 with 2 to play, and we're on 13, the uphill hard par 3 hair going back at the clubhouse, if you remember. I forget if we went first or they went first. Whatever it was, I hit it to like 12 feet. Greeny hits it to like 15 feet back of the green.
Right.
They go long and left. And we missed our putts. We both of our lag putts left some meat on that bone, and we missed the comeback and pushed the hole, and and that was it. But we had to have missed in that match like 9 to 10 putts within 6 feet between the two of us.
That's very frustrating. Yeah. That's where you had the hole in one to win the truck or whatever it was, right, on that hole, right? For our outing. Yeah. That's a tough hole. It's a good hole.
It is such a hard hole. It is like,
where was it pin?
You can't miss right there either with those bunkers and that hill.
No.
I mean, that's a really tough second
and
shot.
like I've never been long on that hole. Like it feels like you could never have enough club. I don't care what you hit. You always feel like, because the way you're looking at it, you feel like you have to help it.
It's
right.
all
It messes with your mind. And the pin was like it was kind of like in the middle, a little bit left. But that green is very difficult. The greens were
a lot of slope on that green.
They were great. But the course was in incredible condition. The staff there did an unbelievable job. The whole tournament. The food, just first class. The gifts, they had those for the guests, those Ridge wallets, the really nice wallets, with an engraver out there, and he engraved the guest name right with the Legacy logo on the Ridge wallet. Cool. So cool, a lot of good stuff. So thanks to the Legacy Club staff, Greeny and I are getting there, man. My goal is to just make a shootout. Now, having said that, I stick around to watch the shootout. You go right back to that hole 13.
Oh God.
There's 150 guys, and he's got, like, Greeny said it too. Like, Legacy Club membership it's a fun group. These guys are animals, and I can't imagine taking that shot. I don't know. I would have had to take a lot of shots of tequila before that shot, but
warm up.
I got to give a shout out to my wife, who finished second in the women's division in the 1912 Cup. So.
All I know is, congrats, Krista. All I know is the eventual winners of the member guest. The guest had the Pine Valley logo.
They did
the member logo.
The member logo. Where it doesn't say Pine Valley. It just has the crest.
Yeah. That was the winner. So things
they
happen,
needed it.
Yeah. But we don't have. We got the Sanderson Farms in a couple weeks. Yep. We're looking at the Ryder Cup. We talk about our friends from Bet Parks, but I'll tell you what, this is the best time at Bet Parks. You have baseball playoffs. You have football season kicking off. So Harry will tell you a bit more about Bet Parks. All right. So what are you thinking? Any more thoughts on Ryder Cup? I know we talked about it a little bit, the vibes. Where are you guys at? Danielle, are you right now? Give me win or loss. What are you thinking? U.S. team.
I'm just American, so there's no way I'm saying anything else other than we're playing on U.S. soil, Team USA all the way. Let's go. That page, he grew up there. Like, I would be silly to say anything else.
It's going to be interesting to see who they pair with Bryson on day one. I've heard some saying you got to put Scotty with him and send him out first. Moose, you talked about Bryson hitting that first tee shot.
I don't care who's with him. He goes out first.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
I put like Russell Henley with him. Who cares?
When do we find that out?
You'll find it out
until the day of?
Probably the day before. I think the day before, maybe, which would be Thursday. But that's going to be interesting because you remember last Ryder Cup in Italy, Scotty was brought to tears when he and Brooks Koepka got housed by Victor Hovland and Ludwig Ober, 9 and 7.
By the way, those outfits they wore the other day were horrible. They're but Ludwig looked great in it, by the way. I don't know, somehow that guy still looked great.
I didn't see it. What like
it was so bad. You take a look on social media, like they
Okay.
took their team picture and it's like their practice, but the European stuff is always so bad.
it's always so tight.
It's so
I
but
can't wear
Ludwig
it.
looked like the man.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah. I mean,
He's like-
he's 24. He ought to be the man, whatever he is. Jesus, I looked like that too, except I wasn't 6'3". Yeah. But we got DP World Tour there at the French Open. Harry Hall is the favorite. Believe it or not, that'd be great to see him win. The Corn Ferry Tour is in Columbus. The Champions Tour goes to Pebble Beach. If you like watching golf at Pebble Beach, it'll be on this weekend. Angel Cabrera plus 2,200 moves to win. Kind of like that. And Victor Perez, the Frenchman, who now I believe lives in Scotland, plus 3,000 to win at the French Open. Kind of like that.
I love it. And I was texting with someone earlier about the Fox Sports The Gambler Swing It and Ding It Open benefiting the Magical Mule Foundation. I was texting with a young golf professional by the name of Brandon Matthews who's at our service. Basically, he told me. I was thinking,
is that right?
I was like, what do I do with him? I don't want. He said you could put me on a hole. I don't want to do that.
I think all the time too.
What am I gonna do with this guy? I'm definitely he's gonna do a little bit of a clinic beforehand, which will be a lot of fun. But I was thinking I might get a sponsor. Maybe he can get a sponsor to do a donation, and maybe do like a Where's Brandon, right? And he'll just drive around, and if you see him, you can flag him over, and he could take one of your 4 shots, no matter where you are in the course.
Put him in a red and white striped shirt, like a Where's Waldo.
Maybe like you hit him with a paintball,
Oh,
tag him. I don't know.
Tag,
There's something
tag.
that there's the creative juices are flowing.
I like
Yeah.
that.
Where's
Harris,
Brandon?
get on it.
I don't
Where's
want him to
Brandon?
get hit in the back with a paintball. Though.
Yeah, no, we
All
can't
right,
shoot
all right,
paintballs.
all right, no paintballs. All right. I'm just spitballing here, Harry. Sorry, I'm an idea guy. I'm just whiteboarding this, but yeah, maybe Strixon presents Where's Brandon or something, right? And he just drives around, and if you spot him, you could flag him, and he could hit one of your
I
shots.
like the idea.
This way, he's kind of mixing in with everybody. Maybe he's hitting a
Right.
drive. Maybe he's hitting the putt. He's
There's
not
a
just standing
megaphone
in
on
place.
each hole. And you just-
Yeah, maybe there's a code word you have to say to get him,
Right.
right? To unlock him. He's like a video game character. He stands there like that, and then you unlock him, and he comes out. I don't know. There's something there.
Wow, okay.
I'll figure it out. But
Something
I just
will be
got to.
done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we got so much going on. Our friend Chill Moody, Nice Things Beverages, just Chill's stuff there. He's gonna have the tequila transfusions. Corey Riley, our friend from 5 Iron, he's gonna be setting up, doing some stuff on a hole. So some new stuff this year. Our friends down at Hammock Beach have given us some great prizing this year for the event. So we'll do a full episode preview of the event, but I am pumped about it. Tito's is back. Lev Lane Advertising provided the towels again. Galati Construction, the bags, so much. So we'll do a full preview, but I'm pumped.
Our friend Wes
Beautiful.
Patterson coming back. B actually was talking to him today.
I know why, because Wes wants to get on a good golf course when he's here. So he's trying to call in all favors. He wants to try to play Pine Valley when he's here. I'm like, bro, I can't help you. I'll get you on a couple courses, but
I got to share this. I hear Brandon pick up the phone and he goes, but if you're going to talk about Marion and text me about it, you
Stop saying Marion.
You got to at least spell it right.
Yeah.
I'm glad he called him out. I felt bad.
Text or something. Oh, and Brandon's like, it's Marion.
Marion.
And
Would he spell it M-A-R?
M-A-R.
M-A-R.
I didn't have the heart to correct him.
Moose was
but,
too nice and didn't say it. First
Dude,
thing out
have
of Brandon's
you,
mouth. He's like, bro, you got to learn how to spell it right.
Keep an eye on Wes's social media. He's gearing up for an event right now. I just saw him on Instagram. I mean, he is annihilating the golf ball again.
Yeah.
I mean, he's working with Mike Navian, I believe, still, and you see that little bit of a
Back
stack
in
and
the
tilt.
gym. Oh,
I mean, dude, he looks good. I mean, you watch his video today. I'm like, I can't wait for him to get back in competition. He is firing right now, so he's excited too. But yeah,
Wow.
Can't wait. But
awesome.
thanks again to Jim Herman.
Yeah.
And next week we'll be doing a Ryder Cup preview at that point.
Absolutely.
That's exciting.
very exciting.
It's Ryder Cup season. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. See you next week.